been a little bit quieter. There have been no big events or anything like that. It's just been normal everyday life. The weather's been really crappy this weekend, but I just wanted to chat about something I think is quite real and relatable. I haven't spoken about like money and houses in a while on here, probably since we bought this place actually, but it's just something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. When we bought this house, we could have borrowed more, but we deliberately didn't. We bought a smaller, cheaper house, one that needed work, definitely needed work. And at the time, I'll be honest, it felt pretty uncomfortable. It felt like everyone around us was upgrading and doing everything at once. But we knew we didn't want to live stressed about money and interest rates, etc. Our house is very much a work in progress. The kids' bedrooms aren't done yet. Things most certainly aren't perfect. And honestly, it used to bother me. So we kind of made one big rule for ourselves. We always wait for mid to end year, and then we do like one big renovation project. Basically because we're waiting for our tax refunds, CCS, Centrelink. We don't really get much from Centrelink, which is why I bank it till the end of the financial year. And then we use that money to go towards the renovation project, just so that we never get ourselves into too much trouble or anything. And we just know that we always have that money allocated towards said job. It just means that yes, our house is going to take longer to fix it up, but it also means that we can still say yes to like extracurricular. We can still say yes to holidays. We can go out for breakfast like this morning and not stress. And it does mean that we don't have to stress about repayments as well, which is really good because interest rates did just go up and our mortgage repayment did come out this week. But we're not worried. So yeah, we did for this house. We were approved to borrow a certain amount, and to purchase this house, we used $105,000 less than what we were approved to borrow. Look, I'll be honest, when we first moved in, like we've already done a lot of work to this place, but when we first moved in, and I think the fact that we were robbed the night before as well, and all of Wesley's tools were gone, literally everything, like hammers, drills, you name it, it was gone. So I think when we first moved in and then that happened, and I thought that we wouldn't be able to fix this place up, I was a little bit worried. But now that I'm seeing it come to life, and I knew it had potential when we first purchased it, I knew it had potential. But now, yeah, seeing it all come together, like I'm so glad that we did borrow less. I used to feel like we were behind, but now I just realized that we're doing things just at our own pace. We do already have some plans of what we want to do this year, and I thought I would show you. Okay, so bear with me. So if you come down the hall, you've got the girls' room on the left here, and then Thea's room is on the right here. And then obviously our living area is here. So we were initially thinking to put all 3 children in the one room because you can get a 3-tier bunk. So that was our original plan, but I'm thinking we will keep Theo separate because I don't know, I like him having his own room. I was a little bit worried that he'd feel like he's missing out if he was in his own room and the girls were bunking. But I mean, he doesn't know any different, so I think it'll be fine. So our plans for this year are, first of all, to change the flooring. So when we renovated our bedroom, we did get grey carpet installed. We are eventually going to get rid of this black stuff, which is why we just chopped it. But so we're going to do grey carpet in all the bedrooms to match. So the flooring's going to change. And then this is the only room where we haven't touched it paint-wise at all. It is original condition, haven't done a thing. So carpet, paint, and then we are thinking of getting a different bed. I do love this bed for the fact that it does have so much storage, but it does take up a lot of space, and the bedrooms in this house are quite small. So we're thinking we're going to get a normal bunk bed that still has the storage like at the back for the girls to put trinkets, special toys, that sort of stuff. But the ladder's just going to be up the side here because then that'll give us all of this space back. Then we're going to move this wardrobe over to this wall. And then the bed that we're planning has the ladder down this end. So we're going to have to leave this space quite open. So we'll move this over to here. And then her little vanity and stuff should fit over there. So that is our plans for this room. And then in Theo's room, so obviously he still has nursery baby room. So he's going to get a big boy room. To maximize space, we're going to get a loft bed. So they're not too high. They're probably about there. And the one that we're planning is going to have a set of drawers under it, a ladder, and then like a bookshelf down one end too. So it'll have quite a lot of storage in it, which is really good, which will then, because the chair will go, the change table will go, the chest of drawers will go, we'll have this whole space for playing, which then means that all of this kids stuff should be able to fit in his room, and I will get my dining room back, which will be lovely. That is our plan for this year. We're gonna have to obviously see how much we get back. This is the first year that Wesley is working as a sole trader and he's not an employee. So obviously he's been putting all his tax away in his different accounts, all that sort of stuff. So hopefully that'll all be paid, but we're unsure of how much we're gonna get to keep once that's all done. But then obviously we'll get the family tax, so Centrelink back, and we'll also get childcare subsidy and then my tax return too. So yeah, hopefully that'll be enough to pay for it. And then the residual normally goes towards car insurance, all the big bills, we get them at the end of the year. I guess with the kids, it is like we've got all these grand plans and everything, but we're teaching them that things do take time. We're also learning that too. This season feels very unfinished, but it also feels really calm. And I'm learning to choose calm over impressive. I actually really love our little house. I think we will be here for a few more years. Once the girls get a bit older, if they do want to obviously have their own rooms, then that's going to be when we have to look at perhaps upsizing a little bit to something a little bit bigger, 4 bedrooms. But until then, they're really happy sharing a bedroom. It's like a sleepover all the time. Theo's happy, we're happy. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for being here, even in the quieter weeks. This is the messy middle, not the highlight reel. And if you're building more slowly, just know that you're not alone.